Hey guys, welcome back to After the Bell Rings, a podcast about controversial issues that affect us as high schoolers. We're your hosts, Shritan.
I'm Rishi.
And your favorite host, Yadashan.
That's Cap. But anyway, this episode is a continuation of the previous episode, which is about school homework, and we hope you enjoy. Yeah.
Also, I actually agree with that because another perspective I like to add is that I met many like college students, and especially in college, they're so excited to go to college because many of them told me from their experiences that they have a drastically reduced workload. Like they have like much less work than they have in high school per se. And they find that despite the fact that it's a higher education and that the fact that they still get a lower workload really talks about how much unnecessary stuff they add in high school curriculum or middle school curriculum.
See, so here's the issue I have again with that is about the whole evidence and personal story thing.
Yeah,
because a lot of high school, a lot of college students' experiences will be different. Hold on one sec. Let me give you an example. So if you don't mind me asking, like what like major were they, or what were they majoring in?
some of them were medical majors. For instance, like biology, and others were like in business and marketing around those. But this is all like bachelors. And I'm not really talking about like masters or like medical school. I'm only talking about like bachelors. And I'm not making a claim here. I'm just saying what I think because this is only from my experiences. I don't really know like what what other like schools, like for instance like many of the Ivy Leagues, how much of a workload they do, because I never really heard from people from there. So
okay, then I don't need to make my point. Then I was just saying that like every college student's experience is going to be different because they're not only studying different things but also every type of major, the way you study is intensively different, right?
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Not really trying to make an assertive claim here though. So
yeah. I think that the whole question of overloading students or procrastination, causing students irritation in terms of homework is really dependent on like a student to student basis. Like, I have a lot of friends, including myself, that procrastinate, and it's a bad habit, obviously. Okay, you can be saying that because you do it too.
I can't really.
Yeah. It's obviously a bad habit, and we're trying to fix it. But at the same time, like in those cases, it's definitely a procrastination issue rather than a homework issue. But for some students who take like there's a lot of students that take an excessive amount of AP classes, right?
Yeah.
And in that case, and in that case, or just in general for students that are taking difficult classes, or just have teachers that assign lots of homework. In that case, it's overloading students for sure. I think. I think Arshan, you can talk about how homework overloads you, right? Because of AP Comp Sci.
Oh my god, don't get me started on this class, man.
It's not. I don't think it's not a bad class. It's just more of like how much work you have, right?
Oh my god, dude.
I think I remember you saying that you were like from after you right after you came back from school and till you slept, you were sitting nonstop working on comp sci.
I was just working on comp sci the whole day. It was, oh my dude, like there'd be like some random complicated work that would go on forever and ever. I'm just writing lines and lines of code, and then it doesn't work, and I gotta go figure out all this new logic, and then at the end of the day, I'm like, if I wanted to just learn how to use like I'm gonna go into a little bit of computer science jargon here.
Sure.
But if I just wanted to learn how to use a for loop or a Boolean statement or like an array, like I don't have to do this entire long piece of code for that. Just give me like exercises that I can do, so I can just get the syntax and obviously challenge is good, but like I'm not even exaggerating when I say I just come back from school and then work on that till I sleep. And then I consider myself actually kind of decent at computer science. I'm not a computer science whiz or anything, but I'm not like slacking in that class. Like I actually pay attention and I'm working in that class.
So you're already pretty proficient, and it's still already such a hassle for you.
Yeah, and it's, oh my. I mean, I mean, it would depend on the class in this example.
Teachers too, because
Yeah,
teachers
yeah.
assign different homework, all that stuff.
Some teachers like at the first day of school they'll be like, I don't like assigning homework, and some teachers are like, okay, this class is gonna be a lot of work. But yeah, that's like, how do I say it? Like that kind of work really does take away time I can spend on other classes if I have homework in those classes as well. It can feel like a lot of work overload, which would lead to like, less sleep, more stress. Not a good combination, by the way.
Tell
Uh,
me all about it. Online school was just was something else.
okay, but online school was, I'm not even gonna lie,
Like,
that was kind of our fault.
it wasn't. I mean, it was definitely our fault. Procrastination. It was a big thing on online school. But yeah, because like students would just stay up till like 11 or 12, and then they would just do like all their homework at the last second. Because basically our assignments were all due 11:59, so they would all stay up at 11 and then do all their work then.
What do you say,
and then just turn
they?
in.
That's you too.
Oh yeah, I did it too because I was I was still going into getting to the schedule.
It's
Yeah, for an entire
oh, I'm
year,
asleep
yeah,
at
sure.
3 a.m. today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
getting into
still
the
getting used
schedule
to the
for a
Alright.
schedule for
whole
the entire
year.
year. Yeah.
You don't have to call me out.
I mean, we can't really
Um,
say anything because we've had our fair share of that too. So,
Yeah, Rishi.
dude, you did it too, bro. Don't even.
No, I would stay up helping you on your chemistry work.
No. Okay, that was different.
Yes.
No, that was different.
Let the record show
That was different.
that Yarsha made a fair point.
Okay, that was kind of different. That's kind of different. Chemistry is a whole different
No,
class.
okay,
bro,
yeah,
okay.
and it was English.
Okay.
Don't
Okay,
English
to
is
be
also
fair,
a
I
different
felt like
class.
chemistry homework was really annoying. To be fair, it was. I don't know what it was about chemistry homework. It was just chemistry homework. It's just, I don't know.
I hated chemistry. I hated it so much.
The class
But
wasn't bad. It
anyways.
was just
No, the class
assignments
was
were-
terrible. It
Oh,
was
okay, never mind.
awful.
All right, you say you do you.
It was terrible, bro. And don't even get me started on online school English. That was a
Okay.
okay.
Okay, but English-
we're
wasn't
getting
that
off
bad.
topic.
That wasn't that bad. We had like
No, but
No,
There
but
was
we would have to
way
write.
too much
We would have
work.
to do random stuff.
yeah, for
every class,
no
even
reason.
if there was
Every class was just busy work.
like yeah, the whole Grinch example you were talking about, like that stuck with me just because like it was so useless. Like we had to watch the Grinch movie and then write about it, but we didn't learn anything from it.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah,
I didn't think
but-
we learned a single new topic.
I think that kind of brings to the whole question of like, does making less homework give teachers, like, does it give them more of an ability to or more time to work on their whole lesson planning curriculum and stuff? Because if you think about it, it just feels like teachers are just pushing on, all this random homework instead of focusing on maybe creating like unique activities for each different concept that we would learn in a class.
You want to know what I feel? Personally, I think that I don't know. I feel like teachers don't really have like I don't think they know how exactly to make sure that every single day is a competent day of like actually learning things relative to the actual subject. And I think that they filler it in with all these extra assignments just so that we have something to do and to put in grades, That's what I honestly think. Especially English,
maybe
English.
maybe school should be shorter then. What do you think?
I don't know. That's a whole
Like-
new like.
No, but some classes need the work, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Like math class homework is
Yeah,
annoying,
yeah.
but without a doubt, like you have to practice
You could get
to
off
get good
track
at math.
very easily in that class. Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
But for
Yeah.
Miss one day and you're learning two completely different things. Yeah.
but for different subjects like English, like I don't even know what is going on in their heads. They're just adding like one pagers. Like no one's gonna do a one pager if they're gonna go in marketing or finance or something.
Okay, that's a whole other thing. Like I don't need to know how to graph like the freaking like
I don't.
what is that thing called on the calculus, whatever it is. Like I don't need to
Derivative?
know. Yeah,
Wait.
derivatives and all that.
Oh,
and
You can
derivatives.
graph a derivative.
Yeah,
whatever.
no,
Okay,
yeah, you can.
whatever. The point is, okay, yeah, I got your point.
Yeah, okay, but that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I don't even want to know how to draw a hand turkey. I don't care. I literally don't care, bro.
Oh yeah. We did that in it was like the day before Thanksgiving break, right?
Yeah, bro. I don't.
Like that was
dude,
last-
I don't even care about a hand turkey, bro. Just give me like some Shakespeare or something or some actual like competent book to read or something like that. I don't even.
You know what? I'd actually prefer the handshake. The
I
handshake over
prefer the
Shakespeare.
hand.
Okay, well, that depends on your mood, basically.
You would
Your
rather
mood-
read
okay,
Romeo
I
and
don't care-
Juliet.
It's
I
just
don't
that
care
time
what
of
mood
year,
you're in.
right before the break.
I do not
Of course
care.
you want to try Handshake.
I do not care what mood you're in. There is no way you prefer reading
Okay,
Shakespeare over
Okay, let
drawing
me
a hand
rephrase it
turkey.
this way. If you're gonna make if they're gonna assign us a super hard hand turkey, like in the middle of the
Uh-huh.
year, and it's gonna be like a summative grade or something, like a really, really high grade,
Yeah.
45-60% of your grade, would you rather do that or would you do the Shakespeare thing?
Yeah, I draw the hand turkey.
That's a really big if, Rishi.
You're asking me if I was gonna take a grade,
the-
would I rather have a book report on Shakespeare or draw a
What
hand
if okay,
turkey?
what
Hand
Are
turkey
you
any
serious?
day.
no. Okay.
Eyes closed, I would
No,
choose
you didn't
hand
let me
turkey.
finish. You didn't let me finish. What if
You cannot change my
what if
opinion.
the
It's
hand
hand turkey.
turkey was harder than the Shakespeare assignment?
How is it harder than the Shakespeare assignment? You
What if
just
there's a hand
put your
turkey?
hand on a piece of
What if
paper.
there's a hand turkey about
Okay,
your
let's
book?
humor him. Let's humor him.
Okay, go ahead, keep going.
What if the hand turkey assignment was harder than the Shakespeare assignment, like way harder, like it was
Then I take the Shakespeare.
exactly like that's at least
I take
that's
the
at least
easier
more
Okay,
assignment.
but in what world is a hand turkey assignment harder than a
Okay,
Shakespeare
it's for his
assignment?
argument. Don't
you
worry
guys are
about
literally
it. It's for the
contradicting
benefit of
everything
his
you're
argument.
saying. You're saying you'd rather do the unnecessary assignment than the actually competent assignment right now.
No.
No, I'm saying I would take the easier work like anybody else. But
It's a
I
normal human
I
thing.
literally just said
It's
that.
anyone
I
normally.
literally just said the hand turkey assignment is harder than you like. I'll take the hand turkey.
Okay, yeah, okay, no, okay. I'm joking. I was joking.
But
Oh,
that's
you're
if the
joking.
option is there. That's if the option is there. If anybody was like, would you rather write one essay or 10 essays? If you learn more from 10 essays, most people are still going to pick one essay because the option is there to make life easier for yourself.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, but
Okay, but in no case will a teacher ever do that to you though. If they say, would you rather like do this one essay assignment or do 10 essay assignments? The 10 essay assignments will be super short and the one essay assignment will be like 30 billion pages. That's just how they even
I'm
it
saying
out.
both the assignments are on like equal difficulty.
yeah,
equal
no,
par.
I understand what you're saying though. Basically, what you're saying is that if the busy work is easier, we're gonna take the busy work. But we were just complaining about how busy work is useless, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
but
But the thing is that doesn't really apply to the whole context, right? We're talking about how busy work is useless, but you gave us a theoretical about how about like preference. Would you rather do busy work over like actually competent work? And the whole issue with that like theoretical is that you're testing human preference. It doesn't have anything to do with what we actually think about the homework itself. It's
yeah,
more
I
of
think
convenience.
I think the work that we get should be related to the class. Like I should be getting something out of all the. If I'm putting the work in, I should be able to get something out of it.
No.
Yeah.
I'm doing it from this perspective of the teacher assigning assignments, not like the student.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, okay, if the teacher had a choice between the competent work over just the random busy work as like a filler,
Right.
I think
Like what to assign?
They
think
should
assign the
pick the
actual-
competent
Yeah,
every
Okay,
time.
100% because
Yeah,
that's part of their
yeah,
job
every
description.
time.
So I think you guys were thinking I was making the point. I was talking
From
in
the
a-
student,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
doing it from the student
Yeah,
perspective.
we were talking. Okay.
Yeah, I was
okay,
talking about a teacher, like the teacher.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Okay.
100%. 100% they should assign the, what is it called? Competent assignment that actually relates to the topic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say if you took Shakespeare over a hand turkey, you're cap right now.
Capping.
Bro. I just do what I gotta do, bro. Honestly,
No, you
There's
don't.
no-
I would take the hand turkey for sure any day, but
Rishi, can I ask you something?
I also
In
wanna
what
learn
real
things.
world would you use Shakespeare for, in what real world would you use Shakespeare in like your actual life outside of school?
I don't know if I was like a literary major, if I was an author or something. I don't know. Depends.
Yeah, true. He's speaking
Hmm?
facts.
You know what? Speaking facts.
He's
Respect.
speaking facts.
Yeah,
Respect.
literary majors. For your
Except
information,
you're-
Shritan, literary majors exist.
Let the record show that Rishi actually wanted to be a medical student.
No. I didn't say I wanted to be a medical student. I didn't. Okay.
What did you say?
Wait.
Sorry.
I didn't say I
What did you say,
wanted
med
to be
students?
a literary major. Now you're talking about something different.
But it exists.
Yeah,
He's
definitely. It does
thinking
exist.
about society. So
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
It just exists.
Okay. Cool.
There are people who want to do that.
Actually, what do literary majors work in other than like being an author? I guess anything to do with publication. Like,
I don't know, reading and
reporters and
publishing
stuff?
study. Yeah, probably, maybe something like that.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, we got a little bit off task, but that's okay.
Okay. So I just want to talk about like how homework kind of feels like it's more of a memorization thing than
Mhm.
actually applying what you learned. So this isn't more about how it like relates to the topic that you learned in class, but more about what the homework actually is as an assignment, right? Because a lot of the homework we get is like a worksheet, for example.
Mhm.
That, like, I'm just going to use an example as like physics in AP Physics. We basically get like a worksheet every class, that has like math questions, and we kind of just we apply what we learn, right, in class, with all the like context and stuff that we learn in class to those math problems to solve them. And they get like more complex over time. But like for something, let's say, for something other than that context, a lot of times what will happen is it'll be like memorization, right?
Yeah.
Which I feel like it kind of defeats the whole point of homework, as homework should be about, uh, I would say, developing what you learn upon in class. But what a lot of homework is repeating what you learn in class instead.
So, wait, um, so you're saying you should with homework.
They're saying you want to learn.
With homework, you want to evolve your comprehension of a subject instead of just doing
Right.
the same thing over and over again.
And the whole like argument about how practice becomes perfect and all that stuff comes into mind. But I feel like, I mean, that's how college works too, right? Because I'm going to use another example of like medical students,
Yeah.
how they have like clinical experience based on what they learn in the textbook, right? Because otherwise they can't be a good whatever they want to be, doctor or surgeon, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that.
I think it should be both, because you really, on one side, you can't really like do something and expect to learn it in that instant and move on to something even more. But on the same
I
thing,
mean,
if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you'll never be more than who you are now, right? So
Wow, you love that phrase, don't you?
I swear he said that in, what was it, the
It was said in the first
second episode?
episode.
Was second episode? Yeah.
yeah, bro, I'm crazy, bro, crazy.
It's almost
It's all that Shakespeare.
Yeah,
it's all that Shakespeare.
I'm crazy.
It's rubbing off on him.
Quote,
He's
quote,
saying
quote me on that,
the.
bro. Quote me on that.
He's gonna start saying the in every one of his sentences.
The
The.
With two E's.
Thine.
With two E's.
time.
Yeah,
Oh,
with two E's. Not THE, THEE. But yeah, I mean,
Basically, my argument is that I think it should be both.
both.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say that the whole point of repetitive homework is unnecessary because of the fact that you have like standardized tests, right? Because the whole presence of a test there incentivizes students to say, hey, okay, I need to actually study this content for this test. And so they end up learning it along the way. And the application type homework throughout that process just kind of helps them solidify the learning. So I think maybe both is unnecessary, but I can see where you're coming from.
I think the repetition is good though.
Yeah. I think.
I mean, I like if I like do the quadratic formula once and then never look at it again, like I'll forget it. I gotta do it over and over and over and over and over, and then I can comfortably use it.
So
he's saying
basically what I'm trying to like factor in the whole experience of you also practice it in class, right? I'm not saying that you do like you learn it once in class and you never practice it again. But maybe the whole curriculum could be restructured so that you practice it several times throughout different classes, right? Instead of the homework being practicing it, the homework would be adjusted so that it's you applying it to different contexts.
I think
so. Not only would you change the curriculum, but also the homework.
I thought you were saying like you do the concept, but then you develop it further. But as you develop it, it requires you to know that concept again and again and again. That's what I thought you were saying.
Yeah, no, that's a passive kind of thing about how the whole idea works, right? You learn something, and obviously there's the whole practice aspect,
So
right?
in the end, you do kind of repeat it a little bit,
So
but with a little more to add on.
You're repeating it as you. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of like a repetition thing, but not outright repetition. It's more of you actually use it to advance your idea of what you actually learned.
Okay, so are you saying repetition is just useless, or
There-
you would
So,
rather have it in that context?
I'm saying I would rather it be having, how do I say it? I would
Like
say
it's not purely repetition.
yeah, not just outright based, just
Okay.
repetition. Yeah, because I think that's just
Although
a
I
waste of
do
effort
think
to develop a homework. That's just like
there is a place for that. I'd still
I think.
like when you were practicing for your SAT, you just did the same things.
Okay.
over and
Okay.
over.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's more of a result of how the test is formatted.
Okay, no, but even for like a regular math test,
Right.
you
okay.
would practice this. Like there is still room for just plain old repetition.
So
No,
because
no,
I think like the whole room for hold on, go ahead. Rishi.
But this is a little different than just studying for a math test. Math tests, you have one particular single goal, right? Like you know exactly what you need
Yeah.
to do ahead of time. So of course you would repeat it just to get it down in your head. But Shritan's talking about long term. You want to develop.
Yeah, like life in
you want to
general.
develop your skills. That's why in every grade that the math gets harder and harder and harder using the same concepts from the previous year. You should develop it. That's what he's saying.
I think repetition has a place in the current education system with the whole
Developing thing.
the whole way that standardized tests work.
Yeah.
But in terms of long-term goals, like if you want to do something later in life,
Realistically, you have to do
some
more.
kind of professional job. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a little
Okay.
different short term
Unless
and
you-
long term.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless you want to be a teacher, then you can memorize everything
Oh yeah, bro.
and just repeat it back to students. I swear, I feel like that's what teachers do sometimes.
What?
You know.
I mean, isn't that the job?
I mean, I don't want to say it isn't, but
I mean, you have to know.
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
You have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's what I said. Unless you're a teacher.
There's a difference between
Then,
the jobs.
No. The teacher knows what they're doing.
Yeah,
you make
because
it
they've
sound
done
like
endless.
a teacher doesn't know what they're
Because they've done
doing.
endless repetition of the same concept, so they know it by hand.
Right, and that's why they're so good at it. So if you
I never said they weren't
good.
good at it. I'm just saying that that's where repetition has a place.
Right, for just like
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
about to be the greatest quadratic solver in the world. And there you go. Then you
there
do
you go.
repetition.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
No, homework.
Anyone else have anything?
Circumstance developing is a must. But when you're like, trying to teach it to the next generation, obviously you have to repeat it. So basically, it's better in some areas of your life and different in others.
I
Okay.
get what you mean. Yeah, there's a little wording error there, but yeah, I get what you
Okay.
mean. Okay.
That's the gist.
All right. Anyone else have anything they want to add?
So, what our final verdict basically came down to is that homework going away isn't really an option, but there are ways that we can improve upon it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think
Okay.
homework is ever something that should be removed per se. Yeah.
Okay.
It just needs to be worked upon. All right.
Well.
Rishi, you want to go ahead and go do the closing statements? All right.
All right, guys. So these are our opinions on school homework. Let us know what you think down in the comment section below if you're listening on YouTube. And if you're listening on other platforms, send us an email at afterthebellrings.podcast@gmail.com. Recommendations and questions. We hope you enjoyed this episode of After the Bell Rings, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Peace.
Peace.